Did you know that if you're using Paperbell, it completely eliminates the need for invoices? So instead of creating an invoice, all you have to do is send your client the link to purchase your coaching program. And then that client is going to pay with their credit card and they get sent through your onboarding workflow to start coaching with you. So if you've signed up for Paperbell and immediately thought, wait, where are the invoices? This video is for you. And before you panic and assume something is broken, nothing is broken. And I actually think this is one of the smartest parts of the platform. It may feel super uncomfortable at first because you're probably coming from always doing it that way. It's always been a part of your process. And because it just feels like the norm, like, you're having someone sign a contract, so you should probably send them an invoice too, right? Like it feels like just business 101. But this no invoice feature is actually doing you a huge favor as a coach because here's what usually happens. You sign up for Paperbell and you're probably coming from using a random assortment of tools that you've pieced together along the way. And one of those tools is probably creating an invoice. So your brain is now creating invoices with being professional. So now that you don't create them, your brain is thinking, is this even legit? And that's fair. But now I just think it's outdated thinking. So let me go ahead and show you what this looks like, because once you see it, you'll see why an invoice is no longer needed. So here we are inside my Paperbell demo shop, and this is the Paperbell shop that houses all of the offers that you've created inside of your account. So if you send someone the link to this page or send them the link to the offer directly, they'll either click here to learn more or they'll land on this landing page that you've created. And so once they come here, they'll click book now. And then they're prompted to book their first coaching session. So depending on your availability, that's going to show up on this calendar. So I'll just choose 4 p.m. And then they're brought to the payment page. And so from here, they can select either the payment in full or a payment plan if that's something that you offer. And once they hit select, they'll be prompted to sign your contract if that's part of your process. And so this is going to be an electronic signature. And this is just a sample contract. They'll click to sign. This is my name, Sha-day Johnson. So I'll insert that really quick, click continue, I agree. And once that contract goes through, they will be prompted to enter their credit card information. So if they get to the end and don't pay, this is not going to show up on your calendar. So what this also does is it prevents people from only halfway completing your onboarding process, because sometimes you'll get a signed contract, but then you're waiting on that invoice to be paid and it never gets paid. Or they'll somehow book a session with you, but you never receive payment, or you never receive the contract. Like, so many things can be missing, but when it's put into an organized workflow like this is where you start streamlining your business, and it's all automated, which is nice. So from here, they'll go ahead and enter in their credit card info, and look, no invoice was needed. All they had to do was click pay, and the next screen is going to give them a confirmation. And if you've set up an intake survey, that'll show up next, but I'll do that in another video. Once this payment is complete, then you get notified via email to say, hey, you've got a new client, you received a new payment, and you get started from there. So there's no invoice needed because the system is doing the work for you. And this flow only works if it's set up correctly, which is why I teach this step-by-step inside of my Paperbell course. And it's linked below if you want to skip the trial and error. I really do think that invoices are part of old manual processes, and I'm all about creating an automated onboarding system. So that's why I'm always recommending Paperbell to coaches. And if you're still trying to decide whether Paperbell is the right fit for your coaching business, go watch my video called Paperbell versus everything else coaches are using. I'll put it here on the screen. and it'll give you context that you need to see if Paperbell fits your business model. I'll see you there. Bye.